Welcome back, Grooners, to another one of my trilogy of running. This is the third and final, because a trilogy is 3, yeah? So this is the final installment of the Holy Trinity of running, and it's talking about nutrition. Not just your regular nutrition, what we eat, but also the nutrition, what we put into here, our minds. So I'll be covering those topics. Hopefully you'll find it all useful. And if you are new here, it'd be wonderful if you consider subscribing by clicking on my little face in the corner there. So without further ado, cue titles. Welcome back, Grooners. So yes, this is the third in a detailed series where I'm talking about the Holy Trinity of running to help us runners to remain rounded and grounded. So yes, without further ado, let's crack on with the next topic which I was going to be talking about, which is, do you remember? Begins with N. Not nuts, no. Well, it could involve nuts, but nutrition. Yes, nutrition. What do we feed our bodies? Not just physically. Yeah, so we have food. Oh, I was going to try and draw some all different types of food, but I don't think I'll do that. So there's food in terms of nutrition, and then there's also mental nutrition. What do we do to feed us nutritionally to keep us balanced in terms of what we eat and what goes in our minds? Yeah? So as I said here, in terms about what we eat and what goes into our minds in terms of nutrition. I can only talk about from my own experience, and I'm sure there's plenty of research out there that goes into all different types of things. So, and also it depends on the kind of runner that you are, the different levels that we're at. And you know, if you're running marathons in the 2:15, 2:30, 2 hours 30, it's going to be probably a different type of nutrition, food and eat to someone who's running a marathon in 4, 5, 6 hours. Yeah, so there's different types of things, because essentially we're all at different levels of fitness, different types are needed. So in terms of the food we eat, for me it's having a balance in terms of food that I enjoy eating, and for me it's very much high carb. So I have a high carb diet. That's me, that's what works for me. I enjoy it. Lots of pizza, pasta. I think when I was younger I used to eat polenta. You have to Google that, what polenta is, but the Kenyans have their own version of polenta as well. Maybe that's why it helps them to run so well. And then on the mental side, there's a lot of things that I do, which I used to do long before I was doing any running. And that's in terms of being mindful. And also what I read or watch, whether it be on TV, YouTube. And the key thing is about positive mental attributes and food that makes me feel good, that I enjoy eating. I've seen a number of vlogs from people where they are, in fact I won't name them, shame them, but they were eating a particular food because they'd read that it's good nutritional value for a particular running, but they were hating what they were eating. And really, if you're hating it that much... Oh, I got Siri talking to me. There you go. So these guys, they were hating what they were eating, and I'm thinking there's other things that you can eat that have just as good nutritional value, but you know, do you really need to be eating that? if you're hating what you're eating, why are you eating it? For me, I want to eat food that I enjoy eating, and obviously it's getting a balance with that. And I'm sure there's going to be people who probably leave comments below saying, oh, I enjoy eating Big Macs and I'd like to have 10 Big Macs a day. Yeah, carry on. And so there's all sorts of things on there, but it's maintaining a positive mindset that feeds our nutritional value as a whole. Now, it may come as a shock to you, but I'm not always positive. I'm not always happy. If someone's 100% positive, 100% happy, you sort of question what drugs are they on? You know, are they on that? We all have ups and downs. That's life. So hopefully this has helped in terms of nutritional value. I won't go into the details of whys and fours, and nutrition is often a very hot topic. And the reason why it's a hot topic, my guess is there's a lot of people out there whose income depends upon it. So they'll always defend their corner in terms of why we should be eating or drinking certain types of food, because their profession depends on it. For me, I like to adopt a very simple attitude in terms of nutrition, which is eating 3 meals a day. Meals a day. And not overeating. So I won't have a pudding if I'm already full. If I'm in a restaurant, I learn to say no. Yeah, and the same with starters or anything like that. So 3 meals a day, but again, in terms of talking to mindful, I'm mindful about what I'm eating. So I tend not to overeat. They say that as a runner, you can eat whatever you want. And for some people, it works. And for me, you know, pre-race nutrition the day before, there's some writings now that carbing up is not the right way of doing it. I'm guessing there'll be a report on anything that could be right or wrong. I mean, in terms of some of the foods I've had before some races, I've had Chinese takeaways before a particular race. I've had Indian food, I've had Italian food, I've had a complete mix. And it really just does depend on how we feel, which comes back to our mental state and food. They're all connected in there. So going back to the original diagram that I had about the Holy Trinity of running: the training, the recovery, and now the nutrition. Hopefully I've covered off in terms of all 3 areas. I've just briefly touched on them and given a quick overview of what I think helps us as runners to remain rounded and grounded, that it's not just about the running, it's not just about the physical training, that we've got to look at all the areas in terms of training, recovery and nutrition. And hopefully you found these useful and of benefit to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and watch these vlogs on my channel. I really do appreciate that. And if you are new to this channel, I would encourage you to subscribe, and we'll do some more fun shenanigans, updates, and maybe some semi-serious drawings like this, because I've got a whole pad to get through. Yeah, I did mention there's like about 50, so I've got through a few so far. So hopefully there'll be a few more coming. And as I mentioned earlier, I'll be talking about how I use my Vivo Active Garmin in terms of helping with the recovery and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Till next time, remember, keep running. Yeah! Oh yes, very well done to get into the end of this vlog. Hopefully you found that topic on nutrition really useful. And if you did, please leave some positive comments below and give it a like. And if you are new here, a subscribe. Yes, by clicking on my little face in the corner there. So thank you so much for coming over. And as I say, each and every one of my vlogs, I really do appreciate the time that you take to watch these and take on the information. So hopefully I'll see you soon at my next vlog. Yeah, bye. Bye.